my career, I wore fila. So that was supposed to be a joke. Right. No, I mean we're proud of our partners, obviously, in USA Basketball, but this is about putting together a team. And I'm glad you kind of brought that up, because I think just overall, you have incredible interest from an abundance of talent that we have here in the United States. And I've talked a little bit about when we assembled this roster. You get 12 spots, and you have to build a team. And one of the hardest things is leaving people off the roster that I'm a fan of, that I look forward to watching throughout the season, throughout the playoffs. Guys who've been finals MVPs, guys who've been a part of the program, guys who've won gold medals, guys who I respect, admire, and enjoy watching. But the responsibility that I have is to put together a team, and a team that complements each other, a team that fits, a team that will give us the best opportunity for success. And so, whatever theories that might be out there, they're just that. But that's my responsibility, and it's tough. It's tough to have conversations, tell people that they're not on the team. And so I know I talked about that in the past, but I just think that speaks in general. Like, I'm trying to win, and I'm trying to put together the right pieces that fit and give us a chance to win.
For this made smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we get into. Shamo, about that money, get residuals. Shamo.
What it do, people? You're now tuned in.
Popovich
TV.
TV. Oh yeah.
We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here. One more again. So if it's your first time, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. To everybody else, you already know. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game, people. And we in the end game because although I rocks with Grant Hill, Mr. Squeaky Clean Man, that was some utterly bullshit. Straight from the gate, that was some bullshit. But before we address the bubblegum shit, rather, I want to say my pops, right? My step pops, not my biological pops who I never met, but my step pops, rest in peace. He used to always say and get mad when people were tempted to play with his intelligence. And as a kid, he would always say this, and it didn't really resonate, when you minding grown folks' business and you listening, and he would turn to a person or look up, be talking to another person or whatever, and be like, don't play with my intelligence. And so I only say that to say, like, that's what Grant Hill did. Pretty much what the young people saying today is don't play in our face, don't play with our intelligence. So you mean to tell me, and congratulations to Derek White, he's deserving of it as well. He's a champion, but you play to win the game. That's what Coach Herm Edwards said, right? You play to win. You don't just play it to play. And for him to tell us that Jason Tatum and Derek White is a better fit for chemistry and building a team than one said JaLeN Brown, who was left off of the USA men's basketball team to have a chance to go play for his country and win a gold medal, is utterly asinine. 10 and 11. It's like, it's unbelievable. And it's like, you can't be serious. Like, you're gonna sit there and really tell us, like, I'm trying to build a team and it's hard decisions, and then you open up with the little jokey joke about Fila for a large portion of your career. And we know that JaLeN Brown was a Adidas guy up until his contract ended. And I believe the last month of the season he wore all Nike. But we know what he said about Nike in reference to Kyrie, his Muslim brother, right? We both know that they Muslim, even though I just found out JaLeN Brown was Muslim, maybe a few weeks ago when he was at the press conference and he was just like, I'm going to just keep reciting the doers. And then now you see the pictures circulating all over the internet, as I like to say, spinning in the clip with him over there at Hajj. It just had Hajj in the Islamic calendar, one of the holy months, and him and Swiss Beats. I'm not saying they was together, but pictures are circulating of them going over there to the Holy Land and doing, what they do. And it's like, not only did he speak up for Kyrie and tell Nike like they need to do better too, And in today's age of the internet and Google, you can easily see like who these companies back, who they rocking with, who they sponsor, etc. And so he kind of like stood on business. Then he told Stephen A. like, state your source. And then Stephen A. clapped back, fresh off the, not no 1.5, 2.5, no, not the purple tape, 125, like 125 million. They just gave him 5-year contract. And if you watch my last video, you know that I'm all for Stephen A. getting his money. I'm never going, not want brothers to get their money, even though I may disagree or I may look at them with the side eye, or I may think, they tap dancing and they shucking and jiving for those folks. But he got the bag now, so expect nothing more but a full onslaught of him just going ballistic. And also, he going to be working his ass. But I got $5 for anybody that want to bet. And y'all know on my channel we deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, etc. I put my money where my mouth is. I got $5, because that's your money, son, that this upcoming season, he going to be having a lot to say towards JaLeN Brown. Now, mind you, when he was, getting that Isaiah Thomas about, I'm not saying this about JaLeN Brown. I'm just saying this was somebody told me, this unknown source. And, also, for the record, I understand when you got a job like his or what have you, or certain type of reported jobs, you can't give your source up or you won't have no job, because people, if they respecting you to keep it quiet, keep a lid on it, and then every time a story break or something comes out, you tell them who the source is, nobody gonna want to tell you nothing. So I get that part, but it's almost like he kind of giving the backhand smack to JaLeN Brown, like, yeah, Negro, you know what I mean? I told you they wasn't going to fuck with you. And it's like, how y'all take Derek White over JaLeN Brown? Because if you didn't know, Kawhi Leonard backed out, came, got the jersey, signed a couple of basketballs, and was like, you know what? It might not be a good look for me to jump and play in the team USA when I couldn't even finish the playoffs. And playoffs, don't talk to me about playoffs, because I just hope we can win a game. So it looks bad, or the optics will look bad, and the Clippers is like, damn, we let Paul George get away. Playoff P, I'm being funny, but I'm not. We let Playoff P go to Philadelphia. We can't let nothing happen to Kawhi. And so they replaced him with Derek White. But now let's go back to Grant Hill, because it's like, if this was any other player, a Westbrook, and I'm not, this is not an indictment on Westbrook, but it could be a Giannis, it could be anybody, right? And even though Giannis is considered top 5, top 10 players, maybe not this year, last year, got hurt in the playoffs, exit out the first round, and do you ever think about when you out of here? He's still one of the top guys. But we talking about chemistry and synergy. Who has more synergy than JaLeN Brown and Jason Tatum? They just won the chip together. Your wrist bling bling, my wrist bling back. Like, even though Derek White was on said team and he definitely, carried a heavy workload, he showed his worth, he got his money, and they all on the same team. So yeah, it's some familiarity, it's some synergy. They know how to play with each other. But who's the better two of the three? Is it Derek White and Tatum, or is it JaLeN Brown and Tatum? So for Grant Hill to say, I got to make the tough decisions and woo, and we know why y'all not rocking with the brother. Tony Starks, Tony Starks the name, and just by a thin thread of electricity wins another victory. Like that's JaLeN Brown, like speaking at Harvard, or he went to Harvard, educating the people, walking with the people during the marches and all that, and, kind of like an introvert, but pretty much standing on business, and he not a yes man, and neither is Kyrie. And that's why they was calling them fools and, shucking and jiving on him, like, we got to answer for this fool and this idiot. Nah, he got more kahunas than a lot of y'all. And he stood on business. Like, you take the jizzes that have. I'm not doing none of that. And so we know why they not really rocking with JaLeN. And it ain't no secret, but it's not because he's not marketable. It's because, the big brothers watching and these big wigs behind the scenes, or I like to say the bat line, they're not going to rock with somebody like him. I won't even dare say it's a light skin and dark skin thing. Obviously, JaLeN and Derek White is on some light skin shit like me. You know what I mean? Waffle color. And JaLeN Brown is dark skin. But I ain't gonna put that on it. I'ma just say he stand on business. He about his business. But how you not gonna put him Finals MVP, Eastern Conference MVP? And we definitely ain't gonna talk about who's the better player on the team. Because if you go back to my other videos like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I been said I would have taken Jaylen Brown over Jason Tatum. That's a fact. We can pull up the records. I have to go digging in the crates because I got a lot of videos now up on YouTube. But that's not even the debate because I said I would have taken Jaylen Brown. And even if you say he's number 2, then why are you not taking him? But we know why. And that's why Stephen A. kind of put that tweet out and said what he said. And it is what it is.
You know the vibe.